Hello, Stingrays fans, and welcome inside the North Charleston Coliseum for the South Carolina Stingrays pregame show. I'm your host, Joseph Zakshesky, where tonight the Stingrays take on the Greenville Road Warriors, another edition of the Battle of the Palmetto State. The Rays coming off a big weekend against the Fort Wayne Komets here at home, in which the Rays would take 3 out of a possible 4 points, and they're looking to take that momentum into this weekend's contests.
Yeah, I thought both games were well played from both sides. I thought you could tell and you could feel the desperation and the playoff mode that both teams were in on both nights. And I thought both those games could have gone either way. Both teams had chances at both ends. Both goaltenders were exceptional on both nights, and the games were decided by minimal things. I mean, one being in a shootout and a small mistake in overtime, and that's what decides hockey games this time of year. So I thought it was a great weekend in terms of our overall point production. We get 3 out of 4 points, which is exactly what we're looking for. And now we move on and need to be better this weekend, and we need to move forward and make sure that we're focused on Greenville this weekend.
Yeah, those were 2 fast-paced games, and you saw 2 great goalies going at it, and that's what you're going to see in playoffs. It was awesome to take 3 out of 4 points, but at the same time, we didn't want to give them 3 out of 4. But I mean, at this time of the year, it's just all about getting points.
Yeah, it was a good couple games for the Rays. We battled right down to the end in both games. Got unfortunate in the second night, but we played pretty good hockey, and hopefully we can continue to play like that.
You know what? It's been great getting 3 out of 4 points, especially because we didn't play great. So, at this point of the year, it's all about getting points, moving up in the standings, and our goal for this weekend is to get 5, maybe 6 points and move up and have that chance to win a division championship.
Yeah, it was not the outcome we wanted, obviously, Saturday night, but I think you had 2 good goalies going against each other, and that's kind of why it was tight both nights. Didn't feel like we gave our best effort on the weekend, but like you said, 3 out of 4 points is pretty good, especially this time of year where every game's going to be tight and you just want to grab some points when you can.
And this time of year, it's March hockey, and you'll see the intensity from both sides starting on Friday night. And we feel like we have an opportunity to get back in the division race and winning a South Division championship, which is one of our goals and something that we feel like's in reach. And a good weekend this weekend will go a long way towards getting back into that situation. So huge weekend, 3 games, 3 nights, all at home against a really tough division opponent. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I know the guys are. We've had a great week of practice, and we're looking forward to the challenge and the competitiveness out here this weekend at the North Charleston Coliseum. It's going to be great.
It's huge. I think they have a couple games in hand and only a point ahead of us. So, it's a great opportunity for us to move ahead of them and start chasing Gwinnett, who's obviously first in our division. And, it's going to be tough. They have a great team. They have some firepower up front, so we're going to have to pay attention to certain guys when they're out there on the ice. And, it's going to come down to execution. And we have similar systems, so it's going to come down who wants it more and who's going to execute it better.
Very focused. Carbs has got some good drills running out there for battling in the corners, and working on puck protection. So, guys got to stay focused. We got to come out knowing playoff mentality and take one game at a time.
Yeah, we have to take advantage of being at home here too, because we go on the road for some tough games down in Florida, and then we go to Greenville and Gwinnett, and I think we maybe have one home game left after this weekend. So we need to take advantage of the 3 home games. And Greenville's a good team. They got all their guys back, and looks like they'll be rolling in here with their full lineup. And they had, I think last time we played them, they had a couple of guys that were injured. Wong was hurt and Valorant was hurt. So I think those guys are back. So it should be a good test for us.
I think we got to keep it simple. We got some skill forwards and we got a lot of hardworking guys. And I think, if everyone keeps putting well together, Zappel keeps playing well, or Jakaitis, whoever's playing, and Decor's playing well too. So I think if we all come in as a unit and, do the little things right, I think we'll be successful.
I mean, we have 10 games left and not too many at home, so these 3 at home are huge for us, and we need to come out of this weekend with at least 4 points somehow. The guys have done a great job recently matching up against Greenville. I know that they got some key guys back, but we're a good hockey team right now, and we're playing the way we need to be playing right now at this time of year. Sound defensively, limited scoring chances for the other team, and a great goalie, and hopefully we can get 4 out of 6 this weekend.
You know what? It's only 10 games left in the season, so we all want to play in April, May. So it's a lot of things is on the line right now, and we have 5 days to prepare for the 3 important games for us, and we're having a great week so far.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of that the next few games here rolling into the playoffs. Is every team's battling for position, and there's still 5 or 6 teams battling for that last playoff spot, and teams are battling for seedings, and teams are still battling for the conference and the division. So I think you're going to see the games tighten up, and a lot of one-goal games, a lot of overtime games, a lot of shootouts coming down the stretch.
They're a difficult team to play against. They work real hard. They're a simple team. They're real responsible with the puck. So the way I always look at it is mistakes will be magnified, and that means one mistake one way, one lapse in judgment, or a bad turnover, or not being mentally aware in the defensive zone. One mistake like that can end up deciding games, not only against Greenville, but this time of year. So we want to be sharp. We want to make sure that every time that we step on the ice for our shifts, we're alert, we're ready, we're focused, we're in the game mentally and physically, and making sure that every time that we step out there, it's important. It's important. We can't take shifts off.
After this weekend, the Stingrays have only one more regular season home game here at the North Charleston Coliseum, and it's the Post and Courier Hall of Fame game and Fan Appreciation Night on March 22nd. This year, the nominees for the Rays Hall of Fame feature former forwards Matt Shear, Pierre-Luc O'Brien, Marty Clapton, and defenseman Trevor Johnson.
Yeah, I think it's the most talented group we've had in years. Pierre-Luc O'Brien, Matt Shear, Marty Clapton, and Trevor Johnson. They've been on the ballot the last couple of years, trying to get those guys into the Hall of Fame. I think all 4 of them are deserving, and hopefully it's going to be a tight vote, I'm sure. Yeah, Marty's, I think, played the 4th most games all time with the Stingrays. Came to us from Hampton Roads, good Boston kid from Newton, Mass. Went to Brown University for 4 years. Actually married a girl from the College of Charleston. Now lives in Mississippi and selling real estate. There was a time here that Marty played in the men's league after he played for the Stingrays, lived here in town, and then made the transition to Mississippi. And like you said, Joey, I think Marty's a very, very worthy candidate. He's been on the ballot the last couple of years, and seems like we're a little bit behind in putting guys into the Hall of Fame who are worthy, but that happens sometimes. So Marty definitely a candidate who's been on the ballot for a couple of years who's definitely worthy. Yeah, Trevor himself as well works downtown for Carter and McKay. Married a girl who went to the College of Charleston as well, Meredith. Plays in the men's league, like you said. Team captain for about 4 or 5 years. Hard-hitting, hard-nosed, chippy defenseman who played for the Rays for a long period of time. Another deserving candidate, Joey. Both him and Marty happened to play in Hampton Roads before they came here in Charleston. Seems like a lot of the guys who, even on this ballot in years past, have played with the team for a little bit and now have made Charleston home. Like I said, Trevor won a championship in 2001. Great leader on and off the ice for the Rays. Like to do a lot of stuff in the community and definitely likes to stay active. You can see him running in the bridge run or doing a triathlon or a half marathon. And then you can see him up at the Ice Palace playing in the men's league. Both guys definitely deserving candidates. Matt Shear, been a team captain for about 5 years. Not necessarily a prolific goal scorer, but somebody who comes to battle hard every night on and off the ice. Definitely represented the Stingrays the way that we wanted it to be represented. In his first year transitioning into the new world of life away from hockey, and he's doing it with a former teammate, Pierre-Luc O'Brien, who won a championship also with us in 2009. Scored a lot of important goals, killed a lot of important penalties years ago for the team. And I think Matt and Pierre both very, very deserving candidates. And like I said earlier in the interview, I think this is the tightest and the most talented group of guys that we have on the ballot for this year. So it's going to be very interesting, and all 4 guys are definitely deserving of being in there.
Fans can vote on the nominees online at stingrayshockey.com or in special editions of the Post and Courier. Friday evening marked the first ever meeting between the Stingrays and Comets. Forward Andrew Chernichan scored a late first period goal to tie the game at 1, and forward Tyler Johnson netted the only goal of the shootout to propel the Stingrays to a 2-1 win. Ryan Zapolsky added 33 saves and stopped all 5 Comets shooters. The Comets responded on Saturday with a 2-1 overtime decision. Forward Patrick Gall recorded the lone tally for South Carolina. Heading into the weekend against the Greenville Road Warriors, the South Carolina Stingrays look to continue to climb the Eastern Conference and secure their spot in the 2013 Kelly Cup playoffs.